Hi, Leo. It's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch. How are we doing today? Leo, today we are here to do your 10th house midheaven career and professional guidance reading. Leo, we are looking at the energetic period of April 15th through to May 15th. This may also apply to your sun, moon, rising, and descendants, or descendant, I should say, placement. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for the owner. Okay? Take what's yours, but leave the rest for the owner. Okay. All right. All right. Leo, let us pray. Divine Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, and guides, I ask that you allow me to see and say all that I must. Leo are your children, Lord. They are your beloved. What is your guidance for them? All right, Leo. So today we're going to come through with the Oracle from Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks. We are then going into some tarot for clarification. Then we're going to close out with some guidance from the four agreements, right? Some spiritual guidance from the four agreements. All right, Leo, 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 Leo. Let's see. What spirit has for you? Leo. Leo. You know what I just started hearing? Welcome to the jungle. Du, 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 du. So that that may have some significance here. Let's see. Number 11, I have control of the vibration I offer, which, yeah, 11 is a master number. So Spirit is saying, Leo, you are in control. Whatever vibration you're putting out, it is the vibration that you absolutely want to put out, right? It says, once you begin to believe or expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get in there, now you are cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all the good stuff that you have put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control of everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of the vibration that you offer. And you get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. Yes. So, Leo, Spirit is saying your vibration is all about how am I feeling in this moment? And owning that feeling and owning that energetic space and owning how you respond to things and owning how you handle things. So, Leo, you are in direct control, Spirit is saying, of your vibration, right? We have number 22, another master number. Clock it. It says, beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Again, Spirit is saying you have control of your vibration. And why do you have control of your vibration? Because beneficial beliefs feel better when I think of them. So it's like what you're thinking is happening. So think happy, positive, beneficial things for you and the vibrational essence that you want to live in and work in, right? So it says, there are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that defy what you want. How would you ever sort them out? How do you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well and the active beliefs that do not serve you? How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feel worse when you think them. Yeah. What Spirit is saying here is Go into now that solar plexus. Go into that energetic source in your body, that gut feeling. It's like when you think of things that don't, and like you and Aries, it's the same energetic vibe where Aries, Leo, for Aries, it was like here. Spirit was like, be what you're thinking. Watch what your thoughts, what your thoughts, what your thoughts, what your thoughts, right? Watch your thoughts. What you, Spirit, is like, watch what you're feeling. Connect with your feeling. If you think it and it feels wrong, leave it. If you think it and it feels right, hold on to it. If you think it and it feels wrong, leave it. How do you know what you're feeling when you, like for me, my belly's gonna clutch. My belly's gonna mm, mm, right? Release that. Release that. Then we have number 50. By my attention to things, I am making choices. Yes. What you're paying attention to is the choice you're making. What feelings that you're giving energy to is the choice that you're making, right? That's the vibration that you're choosing to control. That's the vibration that you're choosing to work with, right? It says, what people do not understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. You make your choices by your attention to things in this universe that is based on attraction. When you look at an unwanted thing, your attention to it causes an activation of the vibration within you. And then the law of attractions bring you more like it into your experience, right? Oh, okay, I received that message, Spirit. Sometimes I get messages too during the course of these, and I'm not even, I don't have Leo placements. You are what you think, you feel what you think, you live what you think, is what Spirit is saying. The things that you think about, f- focus on the emotion that they invoke, right? Spirit is saying to Aries, watch what you're thinking. Spirit is saying to you, watch what you're feeling. And I'm gonna write that down, right? Watch what you're thinking, watch what you're feeling. Watch what you're feeling. Watch what you're feeling. If something doesn't feel good, let it go. Right? Sometimes people think, oh, that's not a good way to do business. Yes, it is. Your intuition is everything, everywhere, every time. Okay? Your intuition doesn't turn off when you decide to go make money. I'm telling you, I bet you, I bet you the most successful among us go into boardrooms, go into meetings, go into business deals, and they're like, yeah, I did it because it felt good. Anything that didn't feel right, they backed away from. Period. Trust me. Stop separating your emotions and your intuition from your decision making. You have to trust your intuition, right? Now, if your intuition don't feel good, that means that that's not aligned with you. That means you got to let that go. And so if you're in a so what spirit is just showing me is like if you're in a situation, you're in a relationship and you keep feeling like, yo, I feel like this person's cheating on me. I feel like this person's robbing me. I feel like this person is being abusive in ways that I can't. Like when if you feel that, if like that every time you feel that you get that feeling, look at that emotion and look at the situation you're in and make changes to not feel that way. I know it's easier said than done, but I firmly believe that if something is in my life that I'm like, I don't know, I don't like this feeling, I don't ever want to feel this way again, and I actively choose to focus on other emotions, Spirit always allows me to feel that emotion over and over again where I'm happy. This is the emotion I want. This is the emotion I want. And sometimes it's like I emotionally like switch my vibration because no, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not, it's yes, it's an upsetting situation. I'm not going to be upset. Right? People are like, but how do you deal with the emotions? Journal, so, right? Dance, sing, play video games. Like every time a thought comes in that just doesn't align with me, I shut it down. I'm like, no, right? You got to find what your tick is. All right, Leo. So, Spirit, let's clarify. I have control of the vibration I offer. All right. All right, Leo. You have the Seven of Wands. This is my spiritual warrior cord, my spiritual protection. So I see you actively fighting to control the energy that you are putting out there, right? So you are doing the work to say, nah, this is the energy. This is me. This is where I'm going. You're either coming with me here or you're not, but this is how I'm vibrationally moving. This is how I'm vibrationally moving. And it's like, as the lead warrior, people are gonna follow. They want to be a part of your life. They want to be a part of what you're doing, Leo. I'm getting that they're gonna follow. All right. Two of Wands. You're deciding not to be led. You're deciding to choose for yourself. You're fighting for that right to choose for yourself because you're no longer willing to be controlled, right, by other people's emotions. You're no longer wanting to be controlled by like other people's narrative. You recognize, Leo, that I control my entire vortex, my entire energetical space. And you, Seven of Wands, doing the work to protect that space. Yeah, Four of Wands, you want stability. You want stability. So, Leo, if you are in a career that's not stable, you want stability, you're going to move towards stability. If you are in a career that is stable, Leo, what I see here is that you are working to maintain that stability. So, you're doing everything that you need to do. You're constantly choosing that stability. I'm choosing that happiness. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing what I want. I'm choosing to be happy and fulfilled, to be stable and balanced, right? And we have the temper, so you know this takes time, right? You know it takes balancing forces. You know it takes time for sometimes it's up and down, and you're working to balance out that force. You're working, you're like, okay, sometimes it went up, down too much. Ooh, balance out. You're physically doing the work, Leo, to keep yourself in this energetic space where you're like, I'm attracting what I'm wanting. And yes, I'm going through something right now that could completely derail me, but I can't live there, right? The Page of Wands is telling me you're actively doing the work. So you have a lot of Wands energy here where, again, it's the solar plexus, the root, the sacral, the lower chakras, the emotional, the primordial being, right? Your root, your sacral, your solar, like your emotional. And it's like that's your first brain. They say your stomach is your first brain. It's like once you eat healthy, a healthy gut's a healthy mind, I'm getting. So maybe even changing how you eat, changing how, your day to day to align with that emotional like sense of oneness and stability that you want. That is what I'm getting here. It's like I'm actively choosing what I do that makes me happy. Right? We have the Eight of Wands. Again, a lot of wands, but this is telling me you're taking immediate action. You're taking immediate action. All right. Let's clarify beneficial beliefs feel better when I think that. One of the cards that just popped out for you, it's so weird that this is the card that comes out, but this is what Spirit is saying. It's like Two of Cups, right? This is usually the little lovers, right? Where the lovers in the major arcana, Two of Cups in the minor arcanas is the little lovers. And this is telling me you're choosing yourself. You're choosing the things that are beneficial to you. You're choosing the things that are beneficial to yourself. So, as far as a career goes, like you're choosing something that's gonna be it for you, and that may go against what other people think, say, and feel, but you're like, all right, I get it that you have an opinion on this, but I'm doing this for me. I understand you have feelings about this, but I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anyone else. This is for my greatest and highest good. This is for the greatest and highest good of my family, right? I need to do this. I need this emotional satisfaction. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like you have an opportunity here to advance, to do more things, to do multiple things. And you're giving yourself the opportunity to do that and be that. I feel like you may be taking on like another job, a side hustle, something that is going to take up your time. We saw all those ones, and all those ones are telling me that you're taking action on in something that's going to emotionally be fulfilling. It's you're choosing you. You understand that you're aligning with yourself. You're aligning with your emotions. You're aligning with what it is that you want. Page of Swords, right? This may be news to people. This may be news to people. Right? So if you're choosing yourself, you're probably choosing another career, another career field, you're choosing another job, right? You're getting another job. Um, and this is news to people. You're breaking news to people, right? This is like, oh, here's my 2 weeks notice. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Um, it's like you kept this to yourself, the Hermit. You kept this to yourself. Nobody saw this coming. But again, it's something you've been working on, Leo, silently. The Hermit tells me you've been doing this silently because you needed to do this for yourself without anyone distracting you, stopping you, interfering. And you, Seven of Swords, you did this, you were kind of sneaky about it, but not sneaky bad. You recognize I got to move silently and swiftly. Silently and swiftly. Seven of Swords. Silently and swiftly. I got to get in and get out, nobody knowing. Right? I'm like packing up my desk slowly but surely, staying after work, right? Or I'm bringing stuff home slowly but surely. Like, I got to get in and get out, right? You're taking what it is you need to take with you, what you've learned. And maybe that's what people are like, oh, what do you mean you're resigning? What do you mean you're putting in your 2 weeks? They're like, yeah, no, there's a lot of emotions here, and I am choosing to be happy for myself. I'm also choosing to not stay stagnant, right? I'm looking for growth, and I went out and I found growth opportunity, and I'm going to go ahead and take it, right? Leo? I'm telling you, this is gonna be a bit of a shock to people, but you're like, I don't understand why. I've told you before, like I wanted to start a family, I wanted to buy a house, and I wanted to, have a certain amount of money saved. I wanted to do certain things. Um, okay. So for people saying, oh my God, this is such a shock, you're like, it shouldn't have been a shock. I already told you guys months ago I wasn't happy. When you guys said there was no other growth opportunities at this time, I said okay, but I'm ready to grow. I'm not gonna sit here and not grow because you don't have the space for me to grow. But yet still, I mean, I'm looking and I'm seeing people growing everywhere. So I'm gonna grow too. So I did what I had to do, right? By my attention to things, I am making choices, right? So, yes, 10 of Wands, bogged down, burdened down, right? Three of Swords, you're recognizing, like, yo, I was not happy, miserable, miserable, miserable. I'm doing all the pay, I'm doing all the work, not getting paid for it, right? Miserable. I was doing the work. I was the one like putting in the putting in attention to something, putting in the hard work to something, but yet so other people are reaping the benefits. Other people are reaping the rewards, and you decided I no longer wanted to stay here energetically. Right? Knight of Swords. You decided to plant your seeds and grow elsewhere. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight. So, yes, it may have taken you a while to find this new opportunity to actually go ahead with your plans. And if that is this during this time, you decided, I'm gonna go ahead and find something new out there, right? Just know, take your time, don't rush into it. Because the Knight of Pentacles is saying, take your time, don't rush into it, right? You don't want to end up back in that same stagnant situation because you rushed. But it's a sudden shift, right? This tower comes through because, again, so also Aries got the tower. Because again, you're that paying attention to your emotions, watching your emotions and saying, absolutely, I am not happy here. I'm miserable here. I really got to take action into moving forward. I got to really take action into, getting where I need to be, into doing other things. Like, this is not emotionally fulfilling anymore. I'm tired. I'm drained. I feel heartbroken. And that's not how I want to be, how I want to feel. So by choosing your emotions, by choosing to recognize the positive affirmations that are going to drive you forward, by choosing that feeling and those feelings, you're choosing to let go of what no longer serves you. And yes, it does cause a tower because it's a sudden change. Your perspective now has changed, right? You have the Hierophant here. Spirit is coming through to say, yes, your perspective has changed. You're now stepping into this emotional authority over yourself, over your spirituality, over your physical presence. You know, everything is connected, guys. Like, how you show up at work today can be impacted by whether or not you had an argument with your partner, you ate breakfast, like, the bus ride in was smooth. So never think that, outside forces like your personal life, day-to-day life doesn't impact your work life. It does. And the Hierophant is coming through to tell me that you are going to be achieving a level of mastery over your emotions that has been ordained by the Divine Mother, Father God. This is what you need to move forward. All right. So this for you is a transitional period. I believe so for, the fire signs. We'll see what Sagittarius gets. This is a transitional period. All right. So let's get some final from the four agreements. Let's get some final. All right. So we have always do your best. Take action without expecting a reward. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Take action without expecting a reward. Do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action and you can even receive greater rewards than you imagined, right? Always do your best. It says, honor yourself. Honor yourself, mighty Leo. Honor the man or woman that you are. Take the risk to express your dream. Taking action is about living fully and expressing what you are. Absolutely. You see that, Leo. You see where you're like, I no longer connect to this emotional space of dread and I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose what makes me happy. And I want growth. I want possibilities. I want future. I want different. I want new. I want happy. Taking control of yourself, honoring yourself. Be impeccable with your words. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself or to gossip about others. Use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. Sometimes people do us wrong, right? That doesn't mean we get to besmirch and bemoan their name. We can choose to speak about what has happened factually. Recognize that when you are going to express something that is of your emotions, you need to say that, like, this is how I'm feeling. But you're recognizing that you must be impeccable with your words, right? Say what you need to say what you have to say what you must say with respect for yourself and for others, right? Remember, you do everything to better yourself, to grow yourself. The reward may not be from this group of people in front of you, right? The reward may be from the next group of people that you're about to encounter because you're leveling up yourself and putting yourself in those people's like what's the word? It feels like a Mercury retrograde and it's not. And that person, those people's eyesight, right? So you're moving into the view of the people, places, things that are going to be here to uplift you, to grow you, to strengthen you, Leo. I love this. It's beautiful. All right, Leo, let me know if this resonates. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Asheo.